Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
I'm Shannon Ogden with the latest from Denver 7. Tears mixing with rain today as mourners gathered outside Denver's First Church to celebrate the life of Colorado State Patrol Trooper William Modane. The 37-year-old lost his life 1 week ago tonight when he was hit by a pickup truck while investigating another accident. Now, troopers with Colorado State Patrol were joined by law enforcement officers from all over the country who came to pay their respects. And as Denver 7's Jason Grenauer shows us, Trooper Modane was remembered as a man with a big heart, both in and out of uniform.
He loved being a Colorado State Trooper. And I know for a fact he served his community with dignity and honor, and he had the respect of his fellow troopers.
Trooper Modane was remembered as having a deep love for faith, friends, and family.
I love you. I will miss you so much. You were my rock, my strength, my brother.
Known as a trooper through and through.
He dedicated his life to saving the lives of others. Without question, he fulfilled his mission.
And because of that, today he was posthumously promoted.
Effective June 14, 2019, Trooper William Modane is hereby promoted to the rank of Master Trooper.
A public servant, a husband, brother, son.
Served the state of Colorado with nobility, courage, and dedication. All aimed at making a difference, making this place better.
Gone far too soon.
Will wanted us to go on laughing and celebrating the things in life worth celebrating. He would want us to hold our loved ones close and be good to each other. As long as we remember him, he's never really gone.
End of watch, Trooper Modane. We've got it from here.
I'm Jason Grenauer, Denver 7.
And before that funeral today, so many of you lined Hampton Avenue to pay your respects, watching the hundreds of police from all over the country drive down that busy street on the way to the service. Now, the gratitude from those watching sometimes was tough to put into words.
Never gets easier. It seems to be getting harder every day. It seems to be more often that we're having to do this. So.
I'm sorry. I wish there was more we can do for you. But my heart hurts the same way yours does right now, and it's a killer for all of us. God bless.
And if you missed any of today's very powerful service, or maybe you'd like to watch it again, you can find that coverage on the denverchannel.com and all of our digital apps. And as Trooper Modane was laid to rest, fallen Adams County Sheriff's Deputy Heath Gum was honored in Adams County, where the post office in Brighton was renamed in his honor. And the post office sent us this picture a short time ago of former Congressman Mike Kaufman speaking at the dedication outside the post office at 44th and Strong. January last year, Deputy Gum was killed responding to a disturbance call in Thornton. So many of you called us today concerned about this dog that was spotted by Air Tracker 7 darting in and out of traffic on Highway 36 this morning. Well, the dog eventually, thankfully, made it off that highway and was last seen wandering around this Westminster neighborhood. Well, we were concerned as well, and because we didn't know his condition until Megan Lopez found the dog and the people who rescued him.
And guys, this is a story with a happy ending because we found the dog. We still don't know who its owner is at this point, but it was a couple of neighbors in that Westminster neighborhood where our helicopter last spotted it who caught this guy and who's trying to now reunite him with his family.
It was the helicopter video that scared motorists and dog lovers alike. A small white pup wandering right onto US 36 during the morning commute. Our Denver 7 air tracker followed as several drivers pulled over and tried to catch the dog, one even walking through traffic, but none of them were successful.
We had 4 different agencies looking for this dog.
Our newsroom also stopped in its tracks to watch this chase, so we decided to go looking for ourselves.
All right, so we're in the neighborhood right now where Air Tracker 7 last spotted that dog.
But after driving block by block through the entire neighborhood, no luck, until...
Hi! I'm Megan.
A tip from a Denver 7 viewer brought us to a house right in the neighborhood where we were looking.
Yeah, I think that's him.
Okay, yeah.
Does he have that spot on his back?
We gave him a bath.
You gave him a bath? Oh my god.
He was so full of stuff.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Is this scared? Where did you find him? We around Skyline.
Ann and Steven are dog owners themselves who were taking their pups on a hike when
we saw this dog just run across our car, and he and I cannot resist, so we had to stop the car. We tried to get him.
They chased him for about 20 minutes, offering treats and finally catching him.
He was very skittish at first.
Our photojournalist showed Steven and Anna the video of that little guy wandering along the highway. They couldn't believe the journey he had been on.
Oh my gosh, that's him.
That's him. That's you.
They took him to a nearby veterinarian to track down his owner, but
he was microchipped, but he was not registered.
He's got a collar, just no tag on it. He is somebody's family, so we just need to find his family.
And if they can't,
we've given him a name, and we're having plans, and if anybody...
We're like, if nobody claims him, in the next 4 years, we're keeping him. That's it.
So we're going to put up some photos on our Facebook page of the dog and the collar. And if you recognize this dog, go ahead and give our news station a call, and we'll see if we can try to reunite him with his owner. In Westminster, Megan Lopez, Denver 7.
Oh, I love a happy ending. Well, a graduate of Columbine High School is now using his art skills to honor Dave Sanders, the Columbine teacher who gave his life protecting students. Lawmakers approved a resolution to rename a stretch of C-470 for Sanders, but they said the signs had to be paid for with private donation. Well, Lance Hernandez shows us this is where Jared Gates and his art enter the story.
It takes quite a while because there's 20 some odd little pieces in there that have to weld together, and then also a backing plate. It starts out as a flat piece of sheet metal that I cut out, and it's kind of rusty, so I take it and I sand it and polish it, and then I bend it into shape using a number of different tools.
Columbine graduate Jared Gates is fashioning an extraordinary flower out of metal.
For me, this is incredibly special. The Columbine is a symbol of a lot of things.
It's the state flower and symbol of Columbine High School.
For me, it's a symbol of faith, hope, love, and a resolve to win.
Gates learned how to work with metal in an art class at Columbine.
Patty Nielsen was my teacher, and I learned how to kind of forge and shape sheet metal in that class.
That artistic ability led to these creations. Gates decided to donate some of the proceeds from his artwork to a fund for new signs along a portion of C-470 being named in honor of Dave Sanders, the teacher who gave his life protecting students.
One of his daughters said that renaming the highway would be kind of like the highway would give the Columbine community a big hug. So that touched me quite a bit.
The renamed stretch runs from Bowles to Platte Canyon Road. Gates says once the fund's goals are met, he will donate proceeds from his flowers to the Columbine Memorial itself.
I don't think a lot of people realize that there's a lot of upkeep that goes into this memorial to keep it from falling apart, keep it clean.
Sanders' daughter Connie says what Gates is doing warms her heart. That somebody who has a talent wanted to sit down and say, I wanted to do something for him 20 years after he died. It just goes to show how important he was to everyone.
And Gates says he learned from Columbine that every moment in life is special and should be treasured. Now, the Columbines, by the way, and the roses are available online at wildsteelrose.com. All right, it is time for the Denver Greek Festival. It opened this morning. Some 25,000 people are expected to show up before it closes on Sunday. There's food, of course, and music and dance, something for everybody. This is off Alameda, just east of Colorado Boulevard. Now, this may be a ski weekend. A-Basin says they will be open this weekend and next weekend, but only the blue intermediate runs in the tree-lined terrain park. And people are already asking if they're going to be open on the 4th of July. Now, that is, of course, less than 2 weeks away, but A-Basin management says it depends on the weather between now and then. And the last time they were open on the 4th of July was way back in 2011. And look who's here from the First Alert Weather Center. It's Stacy.
And guess what? We're going to have snow up there this weekend for our first full weekend of summer. You gotta love Colorado. Temperatures are going to be in the 60s here for the Front Range, and we have chances for scattered showers, a lot of wet weather headed our direction with that cooler air in place. But boy, once this storm system moves out, we pop right back up into the 80s, even the 90s showing up for the first time this year on Thursday and Friday. Overnight lows in the 60s with partly cloudy skies.
All right. Thank you, Stacy. This has been your Denver 7 on-demand update. Glad you checked us out. We'll have another one for you later tonight. Also, download the Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts. I'm Shannon Ogden.